Great, Geoffrey. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. I'm Lisa Sacchetti with the Renaissance Network, and I'm very excited to speak with Geoffrey today about his experience working with us from a candidate perspective as he entered Edustaff. So, Geoffrey, tell us a little bit about your position and the company that you work with now.
Sure. Yeah, my pleasure. So I am Vice President of Marketing at Edustaff. We are a K-12 staffing provider for public school districts. We primarily staff substitute teachers and then support staff positions. So paraprofessionals can be coaches, lunchroom aides, bus drivers, you name it. We staff a lot of positions and take pride in helping the local schools.
Awesome. And we're really fortunate to have worked to help make that introduction for you. How did you get involved with us with the Renaissance Network?
Sure. So Colin reached out to me actually and started the conversation and just very casually just kind of asked me what my goals were with my career and if I had considered a change. And at the time, I wasn't necessarily even looking for a change. But he's asked if I'd be open to a conversation and kept it very professional, very casual. He was very nice to talk to. And we did a couple phone calls and interviews, and one thing led to another, and here I am today.
Excellent. Now, what would you say any benefits from working with the Renaissance Network?
Yeah, well, I will say the Renaissance Network and Colin specifically was extremely diligent, extreme attention to details. He was very transparent about what the job would entail, what the offer was, what all of the details around the position were going to be. So I had a lot of questions, and I'm grateful he was patient and was able to work with me on those. So we had quite a bit of back and forth. And I would say that there were even times where I was pretty unsure or even felt like, I might not take the role. And Colin was very quick to reach out to me, address any concerns I had, connect me with the right people that I needed to talk to, and make sure that I was making the most well-informed decision that I could. So, and I'll even say that happened a couple times, as back and forth, and some career changes can be big decisions and make big moves and big life changes. So, Colin was there really to support all of that. And again, the transparency was key for me. He was very honest about the position. I didn't feel like the Renaissance Network was trying to hide anything or just get the job done. He was really felt like a partner in the process.
And are you glad you made the decision that you did?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't be happier. I'm so glad. I mean, the old saying is true here. You don't know what you don't know until you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
it was definitely the right move for me. I'm so glad. And that's also something he told me. He just said he felt confident this was a good fit for me. And even though I maybe wasn't sure at the time, he was able to match my personality and kind of my approach to business with what EduStaff was looking for, and knew we were a match made for each other. So it was great.
Excellent. I presume, based on your career, that that you've worked with other executive search individuals or headhunters in the past. Anything that surprised you about working with us with TRN?
Yeah, I have. And what I'll say is just the general responsiveness and the communication is what surprised me about TRN. So again, Colin was very professional with it. He was quick to respond and just very open and honest and transparent. Again, hate to be a broken record, but that was what really stood out to me was that honesty and communication and just the responsiveness as far as timing goes. He got back to me very quickly and addressed any concerns I had right away. So that was nice because oftentimes, those of us in similar positions get bombarded with recruitment messages on LinkedIn or email or what have you. A lot of them, and a lot of them are probably spam or junk or just, they're just sending out a flood of messages. This one really felt like it was intended for me. It was a personal approach and it was directed to me. So ultimately, that's why I responded.
Excellent, good. Well, I'm really glad that, things have worked out for you with EduStaff. We knew that they would. It's a great organization, and I'm glad that you're happy in your career. Anything else that just in closing and in the experience that you had?
Yes, I would say to anyone out there that's considering a change or looking for it, if you get a message from TRN, the Renaissance Network, please open it and please read and give it a conversation, give it a chance, because you may be in a similar situation where you don't know what you don't know until you know, right? So it might be a great golden opportunity waiting for you, and I encourage you to take that leap of faith.
Excellent. Well, Geoffrey, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.